Welcome to the Leadership Culture and Performance. My name is Purity, and today we are going to redefine personal development beyond credentials and achievements. Let me ask you something. When someone says personal development, what do you see? A bookshelf full of self-help titles, or a wall of certificates, a morning routine posted on social media? We've been sold a version of personal development that looks really good on paper and means very little in practice. Today, I want to offer you a different definition, one that actually costs you something. Personal development is not a collection of things you've done. It's a commitment to who you are becoming. And there's a massive difference. Accomplishments are evidence. They are not the work. The work is intentionality. It means waking up and deciding again who you want to be, not because it's easy, not because someone is watching, but because you've made a decision about your life you refuse to negotiate on. The work is discipline, and I don't mean hustle culture. Grind until you break discipline. I mean the quiet and glamorous commitment to showing up for yourself on the days it feels pointless, on the days no one claps. The work is authenticity, and that one is harder than it sounds, because authenticity requires you to know who you actually are, separate from what you've achieved and what others expect of you. The kind of self-knowledge it takes years and sometimes even decades. Here's what nobody tells you about personal development. A huge part of this is unlearning, releasing the version of yourself that was built by other people's expectations. It is shredding the identity that was assembled under pressure in the workplace, in your family, in the spaces where you had to shrink to survive. Real growth is not always additive. Sometimes it looks like letting go. Personal development is also very relational. How you grow with people and through them matters. The way you receive hard feedback, the way you hold your ground without destroying the relationship, the way you lead without needing to dominate. That's development. It shows up in every room that you walk into. And there's the private consistency. What you do when no one is watching. The standard you hold for yourself in private becomes the flow of your character in public. You cannot fake that. Integration is also part of this growth. Growth for me is not arriving at perfection. It's becoming someone you can hold their contradictions without falling apart, the ambition and the rest, and the confidence and the doubt and the drive and the grace to be still. I want to be honest with you and with myself. I have a wall of accomplishments, an MBA, a PhD, almost done, certifications, years in the field. And the most significant growth I have ever experienced had nothing to do with any of those things. It happened in the quiet moments of deciding again who I wanted to be. It happened in the uncomfortable conversations I chose not to avoid, in the boundaries I held even when it cost me, in the days I showed up, not because it felt like it, but because I had decided. I want to leave you with a challenge today. Stop measuring your development by what you've acquired. Start measuring it by who you are becoming. Ask yourself, am I more intentional than I was a year ago? More honest with myself, more grounded in who I actually am? Those questions, those are the ones that matter. Personal development is not a destination. It is daily practice of becoming. And that work, it never stops. And that is exactly the point. Thank you for listening. I'm your host and your most, Purity Warui. Adios.